welcome back. All right, sorry, we have been. I'm a little bit behind right now. I was out of town for 5 days and had to work for 3, so getting caught up. But here we have our barrel and blade for what is it? July? It's July. So here we got our barrel and blade for July. All right, we are outside. So it's a little bit. It's kind of nice out now. It's hot. We got really high UV today, so staying out of the sun. But as you know, we're getting building the office in the back so that we'll have more room for storage and videos. And I already got a lot of videos, planned out and everything. But for now, let's get into this July barrel and blade. If you like seeing boxes like this opened up, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm out. I'm trying to hit 500 so I can have that giveaway. We're currently 473, 478, something like that. 472, 473. So they hit 500 subscribers. We are going to have like 2 giveaways. I'm going to do a fishing giveaway. So I got a whole bunch of like extra like lures and soft baits that we're going to be sending out to somebody, as well as I got a lot of extra survival gear. We're going to be pumping that stuff out too. But for now, let's get into this barrel and blade and let's see what we got. Again, unlike Gear Pack, there's no card in here. It's all digital. So I don't know what we're getting. I don't know the value of anything. But every one of these I've looked up, the value has definitely been there. So, oh wow. All right, I see some good stuff in here already. As you know, there are, well, if you don't know, maybe you know, maybe you don't, I don't know. But there's 2 levels to barrel and blade. You've got your fire mission and your recon. So you've got your fire mission, which is like, your tier 1, used to be tier 1, tier 2. Then you have your recon, which is your tier 2. We have the recon. However, they do have 2 additional subscriptions you can get. One is the chowline, which gives you some freeze-dried or other type MRE type meals, self-heating meals, something like that, as well as the Night for the Month Club. So the recon is like 109, and so we have the recon and we have the chowline because, yeah, I could go to the store and save a little bit of money on the chowline stuff, but all the stores around here are so limited into the actual selections of meals that I can purchase that, and I could order them cheaper online, but I like getting them in the box. And if you order them together, you get your value out of it. I might not be saving much money, but I'm not spending a lot of extra money by getting these boxes. At least that's been my research for all these who've gotten married. Without that, let's get into here. So here we have, we have a lasagna with sausage, ReadyWise adventure meal. These ones lay pretty flat. This is 2 servings, and there's 260 calories per serving. There's 530 calories per package here. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. That's 2 servings, and yes, because the serving size for this is 1 cup prepared. And that's something that a lot of people, when you think about it, at least in the Western world, but definitely, in the United States, we eat too much anyway. And so that's why we have such a problem with obesity. So a lot of people, when they see this and they see how much you get, you're going to be like, that's really a serving? And it is, because if you break it down, you've got 9 grams of fat, which is 3 grams of saturated fat, 0 grams of trans fat. You've got 25 milligrams of cholesterol, 770 milligrams of sodium, which is 33% of your daily recommended, so you get almost all your salt. You get like almost half your salt in this package alone. And if you eat the whole thing, you're getting more than half of the amount of salt you're supposed to take during the day. Now, granted, if you are in a steer condition, you are going to need to sweat more. You're going to sweat more as you're working, so you're going to need to replace that salt. So it kind of balances out. But you've got there's 31 grams of carbohydrates, which is 11% of your total intake. You've got 2 grams of dietary fibers, 9 grams of sugars, 2 grams included additional sugars. So there's that's 9 grams total, but there's 2 grams of added sugars, and which is 4% of your daily income. So the sugar's not too bad. The fiber 7%, which could be better. But one thing that's nice about this is it does have 11 grams per serving of protein, and that's 260 calories. Now, if you are in a survival situation, austere environment, whatever, you're definitely going to need more than 246. You're going to need more than 800 calories per day. I don't care who you are, because you're going to be busy. But again, if you do eat the whole package, it's only 530 calories. So if you ate that 3 times, if you eat one of these 3 times a day, you're going to be getting the calories you need to survive in a bad situation. So don't let those calories, don't let the serving size scare you too much. But it is true. The serving size, it says, makes 1 cup prepared, and that is about true for a serving size when you consider that this is just loaded with pasta and sausage, so you're getting your protein and your carbohydrates. There's no, there is, let's see here, ferrous sulfate, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, cooked freeze-dried sausage crumbles. So you get your pork, tomato sauce, cornstarch, tomato flake, Parmesan cheese flavor. So there's a little bit of, it does contain milk and wheat, but there is a little bit of tomato powder in here. So, but as far as like nutrition value goes, this is just protein and carbohydrates. There's no other vegetables in there. So we got that. All right, next up, we have one that looks almost the same. What the heck? Oh, okay. So last month they included like a tomato soup. This month, this is actually part of the box. So if you get the recon, probably if you get the fire mission, everyone's gonna get that lasagna with sausage. But we also got, and see this right here, this is the chow line. So we got 2 freeze-dried meals, and what you pay for the chow line, if you're just gonna get the chow line, I would recommend just going online and buying these individually, because you're gonna be wasting a lot of money. As part of the whole package, yeah, we get our value out of it. So this one, 230 calories per serving, so a little bit less calories, 470 for the whole package. Only 8 grams of protein, but 49 grams of your carbohydrates. So there's more carbohydrates in this, which does account to energy. So we got the spicy Asian Italian noodles. Only 1 gram of fat compared to the 9 grams of fat in the lasagna with sausage. There's like no cholesterol in, there's no milligrams of cholesterol in this one. Sodium, though, a little bit less sodium in the Asian noodles. Less dietary fibers, less sugar. So there's less of everything in this one, which makes sense because there's 30 calories less. But, and this is what I'm talking about though. But you see, so you've got your spicy Asian style noodles. You got your lasagna with pasta. We do have 2 of the spicy Asian style noodles, and I think I have 4 of these now. So, but you see, we're getting a variety. We're getting a nice assortment of meals. So, and one of the worst things in a survival situation is if you're eating the same thing all the time, you're going to get bored. So you do want a good assortment. All right. So now let's get into the the actual recon mission. Here we have multi-purpose tool sharpener, edge eater. Okay, I'm gonna definitely have to look this up. I've never seen one like this, but I imagine that. So you have your handle. It's like a kind of a rubberized handle. You can probably lay it flat, but this gives you like a handle you can grip, so that you can safely sharpen. So you're not, don't have your fingers, because otherwise you have, like if you have to hold the puck, because I have a couple pucks. If you hold it like that, you have to watch your fingers. With this one, you actually have a handle that you can like put in their grip there, and then you can sharpen your blade. So, multi-purpose tool sharpener, Smith since 1886. I'm gonna look this up. I'll find out some more information on it, and I'll get back with you on that. I am gonna start doing that. We're gonna start looking these items up. I'm gonna do my research, and we're gonna go into the proper way to use it and everything. So. Next up here, looks like we got something from SOG. And this is a multi-tool flint. So it says here that, so you got an emergency whistle up here. You've got a lanyard and keychain ring. So there's a keychain ring on here, so you can put on a lanyard. I mean, who's going to carry this on a keychain? Let's be real. There's a striker steel in there. There's a ferrocerium rod. You got steel wool tender. So it looks like you have a little bit of steel wool in here, which is really good. You do have a carbide glass breaker on there. So it weighs 0.7 ounces. It's 4.25 inches overall. Specifications: the flint is ready when you need it, packing plenty of survival and defense features into a tool the size of a pencil. Defense. Okay, so they're the glass breaker, aka temple crusher. It's aluminum, black anodized, and it's for outdoor use. So this does have a lifetime warranty. Which we have to take advantage of. All right, now I don't know how that would actually work. I'm gonna have to look that up as far as how this goes and get it registered. And then that way it's like, hey, if it does break on you, if we're in a collapse, then you better hope it doesn't break, because you ain't getting a lifetime warranty if we're in a collapse. But yeah, so we'll check that out at a later date too. So we'll get into all of this stuff individually. Okay, next up, we got a few more items in here, it looks like. Okay, next up we do have also from Smith's. So the edge heater's from Smith's, and this is also from Smith's. This is a Pack Pal tender maker with fire starter. So here it's like you've got your tinder, and it's actually a box. So as you scrape it, and it does take a while. I'm not gonna, but if you get like some decent fat wood, you can actually get some good shavings in here that are gonna set off pretty easily. So you have your tinder scraper. These are good to have. They're not fast, but you do get stuff that will take a spark very easily. Especially if you pack this with like some fat wood, you can get that fat wood. You get that fat wood shaved up, and then you build your nest, your nest of twigs and sticks over the fat wood, and that's what's going to take a spark really easily. Then here you do have right in here. There's a striker. So you do have a striker right here, and then you have your fire striker, your fire steel, your starter, your ferrocerium rod. So it's a small ferro rod, but you know what? This is not bad. Especially if you put fat wood in here and you're able to make stuff that's going to take a spark on the first throw, that's going to go. But you have to practice with it. If you buy this or you have this and you just throw it in the pack and hope that you're good, and you never use it, then you're not going to know exactly how to use this properly. So these things do take practice. Ideally, a small one, good to practice on. I would recommend getting a nice beefy one. That way, you even if you practice as you get good with it, you're still going to have plenty of sparks to throw. But yeah, so we got the Pack Pal. That's good to put in a fire kit. And you add it with the sod flint here, so that you got a lot of fire making capability here. All right, moving on. Next up, we have it's very lightweight, cold steel. Oof. I don't know, I like that. It's a very small head, Taiwanese Hudson Bay camp hatchet. Very lightweight though. This doesn't take up much room. You do just have the plastic sheath there. And it's got, for a hatchet, it has a nice edge. It's not sharp, don't get me wrong. You're not going to necessarily cut yourself on this, but it does have enough of an edge to do the chores that a hatchet is supposed to do. Splitting wood, taking down small branches, stuff like that. This is not an axe. This is a hatchet. It is designed for small work. It's very lightweight. I'm not a fan of these type where you have it where it cinches down over it. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. I would probably... Okay, so there's actually a groove carved into the hatchet handle here, and so it screws on. It locks into the groove. So I mean, I guess this is okay because it does lock into there, so it's not going to slide off unless it loosens up pretty good. But as you can see, it does have a little bit of play already. But if you're using this properly, I don't really see a problem with this. I don't know how well I would use this for an axe head or a hammerhead, because it does have the split down the middle. But for overall, it's not too bad. I would recommend taking the measurements and maybe trying to get or make, if you do. I'm probably gonna try to make a leather sheath for this. I do have leather working equipment that I got from my grandpa, and I do plan on getting into that. I know I can pick up more additional stuff at Hobby Lobby, so I think I might try to make a a sheath for this that kind of slides in. That way you've got that leather in there, and you're not going to worry about it falling out, and try to make a sheath pocket for it. So, but yeah, very lightweight. I mean, I don't know. It says genuine hickory on there, so but that doesn't mean it's good hickory. So I mean, let's be honest. It could just be, and you never know until you try it. You know, you could overstrike and hit this and snap it in one strike. So, but it feels nice. It's got a nice smooth. I'm probably going to put a paracord handle on this, just so that I have, you know, a little bit more comfort on it. But it doesn't feel bad in the hand. So yeah, so we did get that from Cold Steel. We got a Hudson Bay camp hatchet. So hey, at least we got some type of blade in there. And then it looks like we got one more item in here, which I can't let my daughter see or it'll disappear on me. But she's gonna watch this video later, probably, and she's gonna see it. Nah, I'll show her. Every time I get a bag, she's like, "Oh, we got a new bag." So you see here, it's from Rockville. So decent, not great, but decent. It's definitely not, you know, various zippered pockets, twin carry handles, and then it has an adjustable shoulder strap. So canvas equipment bag. So just canvas bag. But you've got your twin handles here. You've got your large pocket. So, you know, you've got your do not eat. So we've got a, you know, it's a good sized gym bag. But this will be good for like equipment. You gotta, you know, maybe if you have a camp, you know, you need to take a good amount of equipment out to the field, but you don't want to take your backpack. You can load your stuff up into here and take it out to do your work. The zipper is, they're nice and beefy. It's double zipper, so there's one on each end. So you could put a lock through there to keep it secured. There's a zipper pocket on the end here. So you got your small pocket on the end. You know, you could put like your, I don't know, whatever you want in there. This side has your handle to hold it like that. There's no additional padding on the shoulder strap, but you know, you're not going to get too much in here that you need to worry about that. Over here you have a yellow lanyard, which actually this is good because if you do drop it, considering that it is in woodland pattern, so it's like a woodland camouflage, but that yellow stripe there, if you drop it, you're going to be able to find it. Very small pocket here. You're not putting much in there. Very small, flat stuff, maybe, you know, a sharpening stone or something. Then over here you have a smaller pocket, which actually is about the right size. No, you're not getting a puck in there. So I don't know what you're going to put in that small. That small pocket is useless. But you can put a puck over it on this side. I mean, you know what? Not too bad. I've definitely seen worse bags, but you know, you could load your stuff up into here. You're going out for, you know, you have to go out and cut wood or something, and you want to pack, you know, water, you know, food, whatever it is. You just throw it in the bag, and there you go. It's a simple canvas bag equipment. Okay, this right here, this is where they're like trying to be like the Army, because this is how we would have it. This is what it would say: bag equipment, and then you would have your NSN number here. This is just an RN, and it would be like, you know, like a 16-digit code there. And you got your part number and your date manufactured, 1953. Yeah, right. This has not been around since 1953. Maybe the design though. But all right, that is it. That is it for your barrel and blade for July. Recon level with the chow line. Do me a favor, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. I really appreciate that. Do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up, share this video out, let people know about barrel and blade. And hey, if you like it, if you don't like it, let me know. Again, you know, the comments help, the shares help, and especially hit that thumbs up. It helps push this video out to more people. That way I can get a broader audience, and we can get to that 500 to get that giveaway. But anyway, until next time, keep prepping.